A very good morning to all the students. Today I will be telling you all the important points about the poem Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. In this particular poem, I am going to explain you all the lines very minutely, and so in order to explain you very minutely, I am paraphrasing every line of the poem. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still for once on the face of the earth. Let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. In these lines, the poet means that he wants to say that he is going to count up to 12 and we will all keep still, and he wants others to keep still for a moment. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. The poet wants that no one should speak in any language on this earth, and we all are aware of the fact that on this earth various types of people are living with different cultures, traditions and languages. But here the poet wants that you should stop to speak in their language and not move our arms so much. In other words, he means to say that whatever work we are doing, whatever work we are busy, we should stop for a moment and we should try to keep quiet. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines, and would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Here the poet is trying to say that it would be really a very exciting moment when we all are keeping quiet without moving. Whatever work we are doing, we are stopping that work for that particular moment, right, without engines, and we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Here the poet is trying to reveal that that moment is very nice when we are keeping quiet, that the strange calmness of that particular moment is really very interesting and very exciting and very strange also. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Here the poet is saying that all the fishermen who are busy in catching the whales in the cold sea should stop, would not harm whales, means they should not try to harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Here the poet is saying that all the fishermen are busy in catching the whales, right? Rather they are damaging the socio-ecological environment of the world. In other words, they are busy in killing the whales. They are disturbing the ecosystem of the world. And the man gathering salt, the poet is trying to reveal here that all those persons who are gathering salt from the sea should look at their hands, because their hand is also getting damaged by collecting the sands. So they should stop for a moment, they should look into their hands, and they should see that their hands also have got hurt due to regular gathering salt from the sea. Those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. Here the poet is trying to say, he is trying to concentrate on this point, that those who are busy, we know in this world that various types of people are there who are always waging wars. They are always busy in serious chemical wars, with the serious dangerous wars, and in that many people are being killed. And here the poet is saying that the people should stop waging wars against their enemy. They should not try to disturb the peaceful environment of this world. Here the poet is trying to say that rather, instead of busy in dangerous activities, you know that all the human beings are busy in different dangerous activities in this world, and here the poet is trying to say that those type of people should leave this type of activities, this type of dangerous activities. Rather, they should try to meet their brothers, their relatives, and they should be dressed up in clean clothes, and they should keep quiet. They should try to remain in the shade doing nothing. Here the poet is trying to say that in spite of being busy in the dangerous activities, in spite of busy in wars, in the dangerous wars, waging wars against different people, different country, here the poet is trying to say that rather they should stop these activities and they should wear clean clothes, and they should be meeting their brothers, their friends, and try to enjoy by keeping quiet and try to enjoy those moments doing nothing. They should not be busy in their day-to-day life work activities, but rather they should try to keep quiet and they should try to enjoy with their friends, relatives, and they should try to feel the beauty, the importance of keeping quiet. Now, the next paragraph, what I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what is about. I want no truck with death. Here, the poet is trying to say that he is not saying that the people should not do their work. They should do their work. Whatever activities they are doing for their livelihood, for their survival, they should be doing their work. But it doesn't mean that they should be all the time doing and not thinking about themselves, right? They should be doing their work, but they should try to keep quiet. They should also try to sit together. They should also keep quiet and they should think, right? They should think about life. They should think about the beautiful aspects of life, and they should try to enjoy their life, and they should not do anything. They should not do anything which is resulting ultimately or eventually to their death. Here, inactivity doesn't mean that the poet is saying that the people should not do anything. No, it should not be confused with this, right? He wants to say that being very busy, right, is very with their work is poet accepts the fact that yes, you should be doing their work. Means people should be doing their work, but all the time they should not be busy in their work. They should also enjoy life, right? If we were not single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. If we are not single-minded, here the poet is trying to say that we should be concentrated in whatever activities we are doing. We should we should enjoy that work. We should not do many type of work simultaneously that we are not able to enjoy that work, right? If we are busy all the time with different activities, right, and not enjoying, then we would not be able to live our life very passionately. We would not be enjoying our life. So whatever we are doing, we should do with full concentration, right? And we should enjoy life with positive attitude, right? If we are not enjoying our life, no doubt how much we are busy in our activities, but that will eventually lead to death. Because when we are doing any activity, we should get job satisfaction, right? We should enjoy that work. That should give us contentment and satisfaction. And if that is not giving us contentment and satisfaction, right, only we are busy, only we are working in a hurry, right, and we don't have any time to enjoy our life, then definitely it will result eventually into our death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Here the poet is saying that the earth can teach us when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Here the poet is saying that when we see earth, so just for example, when we see earth in the night, what do we see? We see that the earth appears to be silent, the earth appears to be still, and we all are busy in our homes. But in the night, when we see earth from a high distance, we see that the earth appears to be absolutely still. But is the earth really absolutely still? Is it not in activity? No. It means that earth is always in activity. Earth is always in movement, but it gives an apparent appearance that the earth is silent, the earth is not moving. But the real fact is that earth is always moving. Just in the same way, we should be also doing. We should be doing our work, but we should also rest and we should also be enjoying life, right? And we should try to enjoy with full satisfaction and contentment, right? We should not think that all the time by being very busy, right? And means all the time being busy with the activities, different activities, and we don't have time to think about ourselves. We don't have time to think about giving rest to our mental health, right? We are not thinking about our life, about our enjoyment, about our happiness. Then definitely that will really spread an environment of confusion. That will spread environment of misunderstanding, because if we are not keeping some time for ourselves to understand ourselves, when we are not keeping silent, because if we are not keeping quiet, then we will not think about ourselves. And it is very important that we should think about ourselves. We should delve deep into our heart and we should think about life. We should think what we are doing, right? We should introspect that whether our activities are right or wrong. And if we are thinking and if we have time to think for ourselves, then when we are understanding ourselves, then definitely we can understand everyone with whom we are talking, right? So it is very essential. That we are actually trying to understand ourselves first. And when we are understanding ourselves, then definitely we can understand everyone. And when there is a better understanding, there will be no war, there will be no confusion, there will be no enmity among our brothers. And it is very important, and that is why here the poet is trying to suggest a very important point, that we should be busy in our work, but we should also try to find out, we should also try to keep some time to think about our life. We should also try to find out some time to understand ourselves, to enjoy our life, because if we are not happy, we will not be able to spread happiness among our brothers. And if we are not trying to understand ourselves, we cannot make others understand our ideas, our thinking, and that is why lot of confusion is created, right? And that is why there can be no better relations with other human beings. So it is very important that we should think, right? We should think very seriously that keeping silence is also very important. When we are keeping silent, we can give other person, we can give other person to a chance to express his ideas, and we can also understand in a better way. So it is high time and crying need of the hour that in these present realities of the world, this poem is very relevant, and this poem is giving a strong message that we should always try to keep silent, though we are very much busy in our activities, but we should also try to find out some time for ourselves to understand ourselves, to enjoy our life with positive mood, right? We should also try to understand the other person point of view, because if we are giving time, to understand other person point of view, then definitely there will be good friendship, there will be good exchange of ideas, opinions, emotions, and there will be a better relationship. In this poem, the poet is also trying to point out a fundamental fact that we should discard all the nefarious activities that we human beings are using in our day-to-day life. We should try to leave all the bad activities. We should try to leave all the bad activities, and we should try to understand. We should try to keep quiet during relevant time, during appropriate situation, so that we can understand ourselves, so that we can understand our thinking, our views, and we can also analyze what our activities, what are those activities that are not good, what are those activities that are good, and when we are understanding ourselves, then definitely we can understand other person point of view also, and we can create a better relationship, right? So this poem is very relevant. This poem is very relevant to the present context of the worldly affairs, and here we can say that the message given by this poem is very, very practical and very relevant to our present life, because in the present life we are living an individualistic life, where we are not trying to compromise, where we are not trying to understand the other person. We are only trying to impose our feelings on others, and that is not good for a better environment among the human beings. Thank you very much.